Gang, it is the Stuff and Things channel's 10-year anniversary. That's right, gang. It has been 10 years since Stuff and Things was started by me in 2014. Hello, welcome once again to Stuff and Things. I'm your good friend Bradley, and today we are celebrating the 10-year anniversary of the Stuff and Things channel. Now, this actually snuck up on me a little bit. I realized that it had happened in May last month, and I'm finally getting around to doing a video on this. I think by the time this video is out, it might be July, so it's probably about 2 months late for the 10-year anniversary for Stuff and Things. But it was just so crazy to think about that and reflect back, to think of where we've come from, what we've achieved in these 10 years. And I thought it would be fun to take a look back at the beginnings of this channel. See where we started, the first videos that I ever posted, maybe how things sort of evolved throughout the first few months of this channel's life. 10 years since Stuff and Things began. So, I've got some stats here, I've got some notes, and it's been pretty fun to look back at all these videos and just remember, oh yeah, that was the first thing I ever posted, or oh, that was the first time I ever said, your good friend Bradley, or I like to discuss stuff and occasionally even things, like all these little catchphrases, these conventions that have become kind of solidified in the Stuff and Things channels. So, first of all, the very first video I ever posted on Stuff and Things came out on May 26th, 2014. And it was a video about two traditional slip joint knives. The video was called Traditional Slip Joint Knives, comparing a case trapper and a GEC Northfield American Jack. Like I said, it came out on May 26, 2014, and it ended up with 5,742 views. And I have those two knives still. This is the case trapper knife, and then this is the GEC Northfield American Jack knife. The two things that were first featured on Stuff and Things. They were not pipes. They had nothing to do with pipes. It was knives. And I posted that video in May, and I think I ended up getting, you know, now 10 years later, it has just a little under 6,000 views, but I think it got a pretty good amount of views, and I was pretty surprised when I posted that video. And I got some engagement because I had no subscribers when I first posted that. I recorded it on an iPhone. I think by that point I already had a little lapel mic that I was using, but I didn't show me on the video at all, didn't mention my name. In fact, it would be quite a few, well, it would be several videos until I ever showed my face. But let's just take a look at a clip of that very first video ever posted on Stuff and Things. Hello and welcome. Today I'm going to discuss, compare, contrast, maybe give a little mini review of two different traditional slip joint knives. First one, the case trapper. This is the standard trapper in amber bone. Has the carbon blades, or the chrome vanadium blades, as the case steel is called. And then we have a Great Eastern Cutlery. This thing is not going to focus. Great Eastern Cutlery American Jack, and this is in blood red jig bone. It's the Northfield unexcelled version. Basically, I wanted to put these two knives out because these are my first two traditional slip joints. So there you go. Pretty primitive, but you know, it got some traction. People started watching the channel after I posted that video. The second video I ever posted was a review for this case full-size trapper knife. It was called Review Case Full-Size Trapper Knife 6254 CV Amber Bone. And that was posted on June 1st, 2014. So about a week after that first video, I posted the second. That video ended up with 36,378 views. And this is the first instance of Welcome to Stuff and Things, where I like to talk about stuff and occasionally even things. The interesting thing, there was no good friend Bradley yet, but I started with where I like to talk about stuff and occasionally even things. Later on, I switched to where I like to discuss stuff and occasionally even things. But then I found myself stumbling over that, so I went back to where I like to talk about stuff and occasionally even things, but I had some people complain saying, oh, you changed it from where I like to discuss, and it used to be. So anyway, it's just funny because the first thing I ever did was actually I like to talk about stuff. So the second video I ever posted, I already had that catchphrase. Let's take a look at a clip. Hello, and welcome to Stuff and Things, where I like to talk about stuff and occasionally even things. Specifically, today we are doing a review of this knife by W.R. Case & Sons Cutlery. So, let's try to burn through this as quick as we possibly can. First, again, pretty much the same format as that first video, just using an iPhone to record. I think I had a little bracket that I could put it on a tiny little tripod. I had a wired lapel mic that plugged into my iPhone headphone jack, I guess, at the time. Very primitive, but it worked. People watched it. The third video, that's two, the third video I ever posted finally was kind of pipe related. It was 2 pipe lighters to avoid and a package from the UK. And that was posted the very next day. My videos were posted kind of erratically early on June 2nd, 2014. That ended up with 49,766 views. Still didn't show my face in this video. I was doing that intro though, where I like to talk about stuff and occasionally even things. The wording wasn't completely solidified there by the third video, but I was already starting to do that. And it was a video basically about pipe lighter inserts that I was trying to use, and then the fact that I had ordered a Peterson pipe lighter from GQ, I think it was from GQ in the UK, and I was opening that package and just talking about the soft flame butane lighter insert that wasn't working very well. Kind of rambling, but I was showing you some products. And let's do a little clip of that too. Welcome once again to Stuff and Things, where I like to talk about stuff and occasionally things. Looks like we've got a package here. Let's focus in on that. The customs declaration. Yes, this is an international package. Pipe lighter, no fuel, double exclamation point. Contents new and unused, all fuel drained prior to shipping. Obviously. All right, so a little bit more than a week later, on June 10th, 2014, I posted my 4th video. And this is the first one where I show my face. And that was unboxing a Peterson estate pipe plus how to break in a new pipe. And that pipe, the Peterson estate pipe that I showed you in that video, was this one. This little Peterson 20S system pipe. It's kind of a reissue of one of their old patent pipes. A lovely little pipe. I kind of forgot about this, but I went searching through my pipes and I found this. I'm gonna have to use this. Very nostalgic. One of the very first, well, not one of the very first estate pipes, but one of the first ones that I ever showed you, or definitely the first one that I ever showed you on the channel. It was a great little pipe. So I talked about that. I talked about just getting it ready to go, and I showed my face. I am really annoying in this video. I went back and watched it a little bit, and there's just something. I mean, maybe I'm still as annoying as I was back then, but me watching it now, 10 years later, first of all, I look like I'm about 22 years old, which is weird because I was already 36 years old in that video. But I just have this kind of weird, supercilious persona. I don't know. I think I was not necessarily nervous about being on camera, but just not super comfortable about it yet, and I hadn't really figured out what I was doing. But let's watch a little bit of that one too. But nice grain all the way around the bowl. That's a pretty pipe. And we're back. And in the interim, during our little break, I exercised a little bit, took a shower, made some dinner, ate some dinner. Then I got out the 800 grit sandpaper and the 1500 grit sandpaper. And I went to town on this silver collar and basically rubbed it out with the 800 grit, finished it up a little bit with the 1500. Then I went in with the actual silver polish, polished it again. Then I took my Peterson silver polishing cloth for the final little phase. And basically, she's looking pretty good. So I'd say that was the first like real pipe related video. That one got 71,476 views. So then I started posting more videos like that, some about pipes, some about knives, some about other things. And I think I had already started the Guide to Pipe Essing series. But by the time I got to my 9th video, 2 Savinelli Estate Pipes, Part 3, the first S, was on June 22nd, 2014. That had 6,340 views, but that was the first video that had an early version of my standard sign-off of, "You've been the audience," or "I've been good for Bradley, you've been the audience, this has been Stuff and Things, I'll see you later." It wasn't quite there yet, but it was getting there. And I think I posted 3 videos on the same day back then. Like I said, it was very erratic. I was sometimes going a couple weeks without posting, but then I might post 4 or 5 videos within a couple days of each other. So a little erratic back then, but let's see this very early version of my standard sign-off. So until next time, I've been Bradley. This has been Stuff and Things. Thanks for watching. I'll see you later. Now, I think it was the 10th video I ever posted, the review Saddleback Leather Front Pocket ID wallet, which I posted on June 25th, 2014. That was the first video where I got a lot of views at the time. See, some of these videos I was talking about, you know, I have almost 50,000 videos for the third, or 50,000 views for the third video I ever posted. I didn't get that many views back then. The 4th video where I have 71,000 views now, those videos got maybe several thousand views, but not that many back then. The video review of this, the Saddleback Leather Front Pocket ID wallet, that did get tens of thousands of views back when I posted it. So that was the first one that really got a lot of traction. I got a lot of comments on that. I had a lot of people subscribing to the channel because of this video. So that was a real big one. And this wallet that I reviewed 10 years ago, like I said, it was on June 25th, 2014. I still use this wallet. This is the wallet that I use every single day. I have had this for 10 years. I have received and reviewed many, many minimalist leather wallets since then, and this is still the wallet that I use every single day. Love this thing. I don't know if they're still exactly the same. I haven't really looked on Saddleback's website recently, but if they are the same as this, you cannot go wrong, because 10 years later, this thing is still going strong, and it's my favorite wallet. So it wasn't until the 16th video on Stuff and Things that I finally did my first pipe blend review. And that was Dunhill Elizabethan mixture, as I'm sure you would probably figure out by now. That was on July 20th, 2014. That has a total of 72,071 views now. I think it did pretty well when I first posted it. Back in the olden days of YouTube, and 2014 isn't even that far back, but it's compared to the way things are now, it was very different. You would get a lot more views, posting kind of eclectic, esoteric things. Things have sort of calcified now in YouTube, where it's basically really geared towards specialization. So doing videos about only one subject on one YouTube channel. Back then, you could be more eclectic and still get a lot of views. One of the ways that YouTube has, I think, gotten worse in the 10 years since I started. But yeah, that was my very first pipe blend review. And we have posted, I don't even know, so many since then. I guess I could look at the pipe review playlist. Let's see here. I've got my content. Where are my playlists? Playlists. We have pipe blend reviews. How many are in this? 154 videos. So I have reviewed at least 154 pipe blends in the 10 years since I've been doing this channel. It's crazy. I can't believe we've been here this long. I just want to go into a couple more stats that I think you guys might find interesting. After 10 years, I have posted over 1,200 videos on the Stuff and Things channel, and that we're just talking about Stuff and Things. So during a lot of that time when I had the Stuff and Things channel, I also had Stuff and Things Plays. I've had Working for the last year as well. So on Stuff and Things Plays, I was posting, sometimes 5 videos a week. So I have posted thousands of videos on YouTube. On Stuff and Things, in 10 years, we've had 13 million views, respectable. We've gotten 53,000 subs. We need more. We need more views as well. The top 10 videos on Stuff and Things. Number 1 was my review of the Midori Traveler's Notebook, which I still have. That is, it used to be far and away the most popular video on the channel. It currently has 485,165 views, and that was posted March 6th, 2015. It even had a Japanese company, a news station, requested to play clips of it on a video they were doing, or on a television show they were doing about popular Japanese things that foreigners liked. Like, it's gotten a lot of traction. It's gotten a lot of views. It is my most popular video. Number 2, though, is the Why You Shouldn't Smoke a Pipe video that I posted March 23rd, 2022. That now has almost tied the Midori Traveler's Notebook video. That has 456,800 views. So pretty crazy. It kind of sucks because I couldn't monetize that video because it has to do with pipe smoking, but it's gotten a lot of views. Third is 6 years later, Traveler's Company Midori Traveler's Notebook Passport Size. So that was a follow-up to the original video I posted on the passport size version of the Midori Traveler's Notebook. That was posted on April 13th, 2022, and that has 340,756 views. Number 4 is Colt 1911 Mark IV Series 70 government model. I posted that on September 14th, 2016. It's about a Colt 1911. That had 229,601 views. Number 5, Stuff and Things presents How to Attempt to Improve Your Handwriting, July 15th, 2015, with 211,148. Number 6, Review Midori Traveler's Notebook, the passport size, February 15th, 2016, with 193,929 views. So of the top 6 so far, only 1 is pipe related, which is interesting. I think it's more of a niche thing. Number 7, Review Lamy Safari Fountain Pen from April 17th, 2015. Number 8, How to SAP, Everything You Need to Know to Start Enjoying the Hobby. That was kind of an updated version of that video. I'd done one way back at the beginning of the channel, but this one was from June 3rd, 2024, so it's still 4 years old now. But that has about 150,000 views. Number 9, Stuff and Things, Introducing a Friend to the Pipe Essing Hobby, February 24th, 2016. Featuring my good friend Chance, has over 100,000 views. It was kind of interesting that that video got as much traction. I'm not sure why. Certain things jump into the algorithm. And then to round out the top 10, Review Dunhill Nightcap, August 13th, 2014, with over 100,000 views, which is great for a pipe review because a lot of those don't get pushed as much because they can't be monetized and YouTube doesn't like pipe tea content. Just a little bit about the demographics for the channel. Age and gender. Can you guess what percentage? Now, I try to do the lifetime analytics for the channel, so all the way from 2014, but YouTube is not amazing. They changed their analytics things, so this isn't really since the channel started. It's probably only, I don't know, maybe the last 6 or 7 years. I'm not exactly sure when things got kind of screwed up for their analytics, but the best numbers I have. What percentage of viewers on Stuff and Things do you think are female? Time's up. 7%. We have 7%, which is actually better than it was when the channel started. I think I was around 1% for years. Now it's 7%, and we have 93% male. Interestingly, the top age range, I would have thought it would have skewed a little older, but actually our top age range is 25 to 34, with 31.5% of our viewers in that age range, which everyone always says is kind of the bread and butter for advertisers. I don't know if that's still true, but 25 to 34 years. Next largest block is 35 to 44 with 23.9%, then 45 to 54 with 15.6, then 18 to 24 with 14.4, then 55 to 64 with 8.7%, and then 65 plus at 5.7%. So, interestingly, skewing a little younger than I would have thought. Top locations for viewers of the Stuff and Things channels. As you would expect, United States is #1 with 51.7%. So a lower percentage than you might think, even though they are the top viewing location, only 51.7%. I said they. I'm American, I live in the United States. #2 is the United Kingdom. Again, makes sense. I'm speaking English in the United Kingdom. They speak English, sort of. But they're only 6.6%. So the #2 country that watches Stuff and Things is 6.6%, but almost 50% of my viewers are international. So everything is really spread out. You would have thought it would have been a much bigger percentage of the Anglosphere, you know, the UK, Canada, Australia, places like that. And Canada is 3rd, and Australia is 5th. But they're very small percentages. So there is just a huge range of different countries, hundreds, literally, of different countries that consume Stuff and Things content, which I think is really cool. So to round out the top 10, we have United States #1, United Kingdom #2, Canada #3, Canada #3, Germany #4, interesting, Australia #5, Sweden #6, Italy #7, India #8, Japan #9, and the Netherlands #10. It's fascinating stuff there, gang. I can't believe it has been 10 years since I posted that first grainy little video about these 2 knives and just kind of took a risk. Decided that I was going to start posting videos on YouTube. I didn't know exactly what it was going to turn into back then, obviously. I did know way back then that I wanted it to be eclectic. I wanted it to be about the hobbies that I was into at any given moment. That's why I called it Stuff and Things. I didn't post a video about pipes until several videos into my YouTube career, and things have been kind of eclectic and esoteric from the very beginning. It's amazing that I have been able to gather so many really great, very loyal viewers over these 10 years. I could always hope to have more subs and more views and all that stuff, maybe actually make some ad money on YouTube, but none of that matters as much as just the fact that we've been doing this 10 years. We're still here, and we're still going strong, and I'm hoping that we'll still be here in 10 years' time. I guess we'll see what happens. I'm never going to say never as far as quitting or continuing. I plan to continue, and I hope you plan to continue watching. Because yeah, I'm gonna be here for a while. It's been 10 years already, and I don't see any reason to quit now. Thank you so much, all of you who have been around. Some of you have been around for almost 10 years, and it's pretty crazy. And those of you who support the channels on Patreon, I don't know if I'd still be able to keep going if I didn't have some of that support on Patreon. It's not a lot of money or anything every month, but it really makes a difference, and it really makes it possible to keep making content like this. So thank you so much for your support on Patreon. It's just kind of fantastic. I've met a lot of great people over these 10 years, people who have been viewers, people who have reached out to me, a lot of great interactions. It's just amazing. It's kind of amazing. 10 years on, and Stuff and Things is still going strong. So here's to another 10 years. Thank you so much for watching. I've been your good friend Bradley. You've been the audience. This has been Stuff and Things, celebrating our 10-year anniversary. I'll see you later.